In today's news, we will find out how clubs feel about the new position on the Senate that will serve as liaison between Council of Presidents and the Senate. We will also take a look at the Build-A-Bear event that took place this past Friday night. Later, GriffinTV health correspondent John Bassanello will join me to talk with us about student health here on campus. And as always, we will keep you updated with the latest in sports and upcoming events on campus. This is Channel 19 News. Hello everyone, and thank you for tuning in to Channel 19 News, your #1 source for news, campus events, and sports happening here at Canisius. I'm Rachel Furschbach. Here are a few top stories for today. As we walk along the tunnels of Canisius College, we notice an array of black and white photos capturing students with words written on them. In these photos, photographer Alina Santiago embodies what cura personalis, care for the whole body, means for Canisius students. The Colleges Against Cancer Club at Canisius will be holding their annual Relay for Life event Friday, April 12th. This year's theme will be Relay Goes 90s. The event will hold games, trivia, and music from the 90s, as well as 90s themed Zumba. The event will run from 4 p.m. on April 12th to 4 a.m. on April 13th. So for all those who want to relive the decade most of us grew up in, come join the fun and help raise money for the fight against cancer. You will be sure to have a good time. In other news, clubs have been taking notice in the new position on the Senate that will serve as a liaison between Council of Presidents and the Senate. GriffinTV reporter Audrey Maricher has more on how the clubs feel about this new position.
This is Audrey Maricher reporting for GriffinTV. In past weeks, there's been a new position created here at Canisius, the Vice President of Clubs. There's also been a recent meeting regarding this topic, a meeting in which students gave their opinions on what they thought. I decided to figure out a little bit more about this position, about the meeting, and about what students' opinions were.
Hi, I'm here with Anthony Croce, Executive Vice President of Student Government. Hi, Anthony. How's it going?
Good. How are you?
I'm good. So, there's recently been a new position created here at Canisius called the Vice President of Clubs. Can you tell us a little bit more about that and how it came to be and who came up with the idea?
Yes. It's kind of been something we sort of are mulling over. Basically, we have so many clubs on campus. There's a lot of opportunity to help grow our clubs, but sometimes they're not given as much, I guess, credit as they could possibly be given. So something I came up with, we were talking about other constitutional changes, and I kind of came up with the idea saying, well, we need more representation for our clubs. We have the Council of Presidents, and in the future it would be better if we had a vice president meant for them. Mm-hmm. So I kind of drew it up, took it to the Senate. Senate said send it to the Council of Presidents, and got some feedback there, and then we took it back to Senate.
All right, and there was a recent meeting regarding this topic. Now, can you give us like a play-by-play of that and what went on and what was said?
Mm-hmm. We took it to Council of Presidents, and the Council of Presidents, they had a couple reservations. There's about half of the students thought that it should be a vice president position, half of them thought it should be a representative position. And then they kind of went further, and they still believe that it should be elected or selected more so from the Council of Presidents. So kind of the play-by-play was just going back and forth about that and why it was this way and why I had it set up differently. And we kind of just ended up with I was going to take it back and work on it some more, which then took it to the Senate and we tabled it.
And what was the outcome of that?
It's just going to be tabled indefinitely, which means until we kind of come up with a better plan, it'll kind of just sit there waiting. Okay,
and what were the opinions of the other Senate members?
There's kind of a mixture of opinions on that. Some people think that it's very similar to Council of Presidents, actually, that we should go ahead with the vice presidents or the vice president position. Others think it should be the representative. So it's kind of the same thing, like a mixed bag.
Mm-hmm. And were you happy with it?
For me, my job is really just to do whatever's best for everyone. So I was open to it. Mm-hmm. I personally think it should be a vice president, but I'm open to it being a representative.
Hi, we're now here with Jamie Hetro, a senior here at Canisius College. Hi, Jamie. How you doing?
I'm good, thank you. How are you?
I'm good. Okay, what clubs are you part of here at Canisius?
Currently, I'm a part of the American Chemical Society. I'm the president of that. I'm on the e-board of a couple other clubs as well. But over the past 4 years, I've been president of several clubs, including RHA, and last year was a representative with the Undergrad Student Association.
So, with being such an active part of all the clubs here on Canisius, what did you think of this new position for the vice president of clubs?
I understand where they were coming from, that they really want someone to be in between, not officially associated with Senate, but someone that can still relay the messages back and forth. And so I think it was a great idea to have the presidents aware of what's going on in the Senate and also be able to give their opinion back to the Senate. However, them wanting to establish it as a vice president position, I didn't see quite fit with the role.
Okay, and you spoke at this meeting, correct?
Yes, I did.
And how did that go?
I just voiced my opinion, especially being a representative on Senate. I felt like that gave me a little bird's eye view of how that is. And with this position, I feel that most of the work comes in over the summer, yes, assembling all the contacts of the presidents together, and then really just once a month organizing the meetings for the presidents. And yes, you would have to attend the Senate meetings every week. However, when you look at the other vice president positions, so the executive vice president, the president, finance, communications, they have consistent weekly work and a lot of it to do, that I feel that this one for the clubs is more suited for a representative, kind of almost like the diversity chair and justice chair, where they do show up every week, but the work is separate from that of the vice president board.
So the outcome was tabled, correct, when it was brought to Senate?
Yes, I believe so.
So your opinion was you would rather have it be a representative rather than a vice president?
Yes, exactly.
I'm finally here with Angela Graves, a freshman at Canisius. Hi, Angela. How you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good. Now, you're on the Senate at Canisius, right?
Correct.
And what other clubs do you participate in?
I'm in SPB, College Against Cancer, SIFE, and a few others.
So you're pretty active on campus then?
Yeah, I try to be.
So what was your opinion of this new position that came to be the vice president of clubs?
I think it's a really good position to be coming about, just because the council of presidents can be kind of hectic sometimes, and I think it's really good that we need someone to represent the clubs more so in Senate than just the council of presidents.
Now, you were there when the vote actually took place, correct?
Yes, I was.
And it turned out it was tabled?
Yes, it was. Just because the constitution of the VP of clubs needed to be arranged, we need to decide whether it should be a vice president or just a representative.
Now, what was your opinion? Would you rather have the vice president or the representative?
I'm still kind of trying to decide, actually, but it's just really tough. I almost think a vice president would be better, because it's going to be a really pertinent position.
And what are the next steps to get this position, representative or vice president, to actually be about at Canisius?
It was brought up to the council of presidents at their last meeting to see what they thought about it, and so there's going to be a few constitutional changes that Anthony Croze, the VP, the executive vice president, will make, and so he'll decide from there, make a few changes in the Constitution. They'll confront the council of presidents once again to see what they think, and then it'll be brought to Senate again.
All right, thank you so much for your time.
Of course, no problem.
Well, there you have it, Canisius. This is Audrey Mariacker reporting for GriffinTV. Back to you, Gabby.
I would like to correct the last name of the reporter from the last package, Audrey Mariacker. Thanks, Audrey. We are going to take a quick commercial break, but we will be right back. Don't go anywhere.
You're on your way to meet up with friends, but you can't seem to get anywhere quickly. You don't want your friends to be annoyed, so you text. You're on your way. 5 seconds is the average time your eyes are off the road while texting while driving. Make sure you get where you're going.
Hey, I'm Anderson Cooper. As a parent, you want to make sure that your child knows how to deal with bullying when they see it happening. And chances are they want to help, but they don't really know how. Well, teach them that the best thing to do is calmly walk away, find a teacher or other adult, and speak up. And do your part. Be that adult they can talk to and trust will listen. Join me to help stop bullying. Go to stopbullying.gov to find out more.
said with me, imagine what you'd see if every child had a book to read. 'Cause every kid across the nation deserves a book to read, and we can make it happen right now. No, I don't know what you've been told, but kids with books learn so much more. So the mission is for us to get a book to each and every child. So let's join hands, book people unite, unearth hidden passion. Come on, we'll have a good time. Living seeds of inspiration to motivate some magic. To change the writing on the wall, writing on the wall. One book can make a difference. One book can inspire a child. One book can be the first little thing that helps to change a life. People unite.
Read to a child today and spark a lifetime of ambition.
Welcome back. This past weekend, students lined up in the dining hall to get their turn to create a friend at the Build-A-Bear event. GriffinTV reporter Andrew Kalea has more on the story.
Hi, I'm Andrew Kalea with GriffinTV, here with Ann Continetti, President of Student Programming. Here tonight we're promoting the Build-A-Bear program. She is set up with SPB, and she's here to talk about what she's done to prepare and set up for this event. Ann?
Hi, Andy. Yeah, so this is our annual Build-A-Bear event. We've done it every year for several years now, and it's super popular. We order about 300 bears, and people, as you've seen, they've started lining up. It's around 9 o'clock now. I think they started lining up around 8:30, and the event actually doesn't start until 11. So it'll start at 11. We'll start letting people in. They'll pick up their animal. We have tons of different ones. We have zebras, pandas, like tons of different colored bears. I think we even have a buffalo this year. So they'll get their bear, they'll stuff it, and then they get a little birth certificate where they can name it. So we're really excited because obviously it's really popular, and we hope everyone has a great time.
Well, I hope it has a great turnout. Thanks a lot for talking to me.
Thank you, Andy.
Thanks. Hi, I'm here with Alex. Alex, this line is pretty long. Do you think it's worth the wait for this Build-A-Bear that everyone's waiting for?
I actually really do think it's worth the wait. It's kind of fun. People are even ordering pizza and stuff. I mean, I was playing games with my friends earlier in line. It's really kind of easy to pass the time, and it's fun. You're getting stuff for free. Why not wait?
Seems like a good event.
Yeah, it's really fun. I'm kind of excited about it.
All right, thanks for your time.
Thank you.
Thanks, Andrew. Now we are going to head over to Mary Kessler and Brandon Rudd in Studio B, who will update us on what happened in Griffin sports this week.
Thanks, Rachel. Well, what a weekend we had here with the Golden Griffins. Men's basketball and hockey had an intense battle of the bridge versus Niagara. Women's lacrosse also began their season on a disappointing note. Let's begin talking about basketball. Brandon, what happened with the team?
Well, on Thursday it was a tough loss against Manhattan as they lost to Bell 54-67. However, they redeemed themselves this past Sunday against Niagara, recovering from that infamous buzzer beater loss against Niagara on January 27th. The Griffins defeated the Purple Eagles with a final score of 77-70. Bailey Bear had a leading score of 33 points, his career high. Chris Medhurst also had 7 rebounds and 3 block shots. Jordan Heath also had 3 blocks for Canisius, and senior Isaac Sosa scored a basket with 2:43 left in the game, chipping in with 7 points. Also, the team was winning the rebounding battle by 38-34. They were on the road Thursday night, February 14th versus Loyola in Baltimore. Then again on Saturday afternoon, February 16th against St. Peter's in Jersey City, New Jersey. Now, Mary, what do you have for us on the women's side of basketball?
Well, Brandon, the women's team took on St. Peter's on Thursday. Unfortunately, they were not able to take the win, losing with a final score of 65-74. However, they were victorious over Loyola on Saturday with a score of 48-39. In that game, junior Jamie Ruddle had her third double-double of her career with 10 points and 10 rebounds. Senior Ashley Durham had 11 points and 8 rebounds. Junior Jen Lennox had 7 points and 4 blocks. The women's team is on the road Thursday night, the 14th, versus Fairfield in Bridgeport, Connecticut, and then again on Saturday afternoon, the 16th, against Iona in New Rochelle, New York. Now, on to hockey. The Golden Griffins hockey team. Brendan, tell us about their weekend.
Well, as you may well know by now, it was an up and down weekend for the Grizz hockey team, as they upset the 15th-ranked Niagara hockey team with a shutout 2-0, but also got shut out by the Purple Eagles when they had to face each other again on the road. In their first game, goaltender Tony Capobianco stopped all 35 shots to get another shutout for the season and be the first star of the game. Also, in the second game, the Grizz were outshot again 44-32, which proved too mighty for the mighty goaltender. The Golden Griffins have a doubleheader against Air Force this weekend on the 15th and 16th of February. Mary, how did the women's lacrosse team kick off their season?
Well, the Griffs did not start out on such a good note. They lost to Louisville with a score of 3-13. The goals were scored by seniors Megan McGinnell and Lindsay Morgan and junior Maria Cotis. This was the first lacrosse contest between these two schools. Louisville had a 32-18 advantage in shots and a 13-5 edge in draw controls for the game. Golden Griffins head coach Scott Teeter said of this game, "While it wasn't the results that we were looking for, it was good to see where we're at and what we need to work on to be successful. We have nowhere to go but up." The Golden Griffins women's lacrosse team takes on Cornell on Dembski Field on Saturday afternoon, February 23rd at 2 p.m. Now that we've caught you up on scores and upcoming games for basketball, hockey, and lacrosse, let's preview upcoming games and events for your other Golden Griffin teams.
First, your undefeated Golden Griffin synchro team will have a meet this weekend on the 16th and 17th of February at Norton, Massachusetts, called the Wheaton Invitational. Then the men's lacrosse team will start their season in Denver, Colorado against Air Force on Saturday, February 23rd at 1 p.m.
The Golden Griffin softball team gets their season going on Saturday, February 16th at the Cleveland State Indoor Tournament in Cleveland, Ohio. In that tournament, they play St. Bonaventure and Cleveland State on Saturday, February 16th at 1 p.m. and 5 p.m. respectively. And then Sunday, February 17th against Bucknell and St. Bonaventure at 10 a.m. and noon respectively. And finally, men's baseball starts their season on Friday, February 15th as they travel to Cary, North Carolina for the USA Baseball Complex. For this tournament, the Griffs play Albany on Friday the 15th at 3 p.m. They take on Villanova and Delaware on Saturday the 16th at noon and 2:30 respectively. And finally, they play Monmouth on Sunday the 17th at 1 p.m.
Well, that's all we have for you today. Tune in to Hashtag Griff Sports Thursday night at 6 p.m. for extended coverage with Kyle Ferraro and myself. Also follow us on Twitter at GriffSports_19th. Back to you, Rachel.
Thanks, Mary and Brandon. We are going to take another quick commercial break, but we will be back after these messages. Stay tuned.
So, I just moved in with this family, and it's embarrassing. The little one, he likes to go outside and crawl around in the giant litter box. I don't know what he's doing. I mean, I was born and I knew how to use the litter box. Look at that! That's disgusting! Oh, poop already! You're making me nervous. Oh, okay, I can't look at this anymore. I really hope he grows out of this, for his sake.
Here's your check. Oh, you got it. You know, since I got rid of my car, I really enjoy walking.
Okay.
Getting pulled over for buzz driving could cost you around $10,000 in fines, legal fees, and increased insurance rates.
Oh, you're home early.
You live with your mom?
That'll set your game back a few years. Buzzed, busted, and broke. Because buzz driving is drunk driving.
Thanks for tuning in. As we all know, the flu season is upon us. Joining me today is Griffin TV's very own health correspondent, John Bassanello, to share a few tips with us on how to stay healthy during this time. Hi, John.
Hi, Rachel. While some experts are saying the worst of the flu season seems to be over, the Center for Disease Control reminds us that spikes have been seen late in the season. That's why I put together a list of some tips to help and prevent and cope with the flu and common cold. While I know some of these may seem obvious, they are still very important to follow. My first tip is practice good, healthy habits. Get plenty of sleep and exercise and manage your stress. Drink plenty of fluids and eat healthy food. And by healthy food, Rachel, I mean a diet rich in fruits and vegetables that contain immune-boosting red and yellow vegetables and fruits.
So, chocolate's out.
Probably. And remember to cover your nose and mouth when you sneeze. Use a tissue or your elbow if you don't have one. Rachel, did you know that a typical sneeze puts out droplets at about 100 miles per hour?
I had no idea.
That's really fast. I think for our next tip, this one we're all guilty of, is touching our eyes, nose, and mouth. Germs really do spread this way, and remember to keep those hands away. For my next and final tip, probably the most important that you all know, is to wash your hands often with soap and water. Or if that's not possible, use an alcohol-based hand rub. Clip one to your backpack like I do, and have one on the go when you're on the go. For more information and from where I found these tips, you can visit the CDC's webpage and flu.gov, as well as webmd.com. Remember to stay healthy, Canisius.
Thank you, John. Now we are going to take a look at some upcoming events that are happening on campus. What better way to spend your Valentine's Day than with the dating doctor, David Coleman? This is unlike any program we've ever seen from David. There will be mingling while David answers your questions on stage. Tickets are $2 a person and $2 per undergrad. All proceeds will be donated to Cornerstone Manor, a shelter for women and children suffering from domestic violence. You can get your tickets at the SPB office until the 14th between the hours of 11 a.m. and 2 p.m. The event will take place at 7 p.m. in the Montante Cultural Center. Join the Healthy You series for this 4-class kickboxing series, February 5th, 12th, 19th, and 26th. This series introduces students to the movements and training specific to kickboxing. 3 more classes left, so don't miss out. Is your dorm room looking a little drab? Come to Griffin's After Dark on Saturday, February 16th at 9 p.m. in Penfold Commons for Pinterest Live. Pauline will teach how to make Pinterest-inspired items that will help make your room look chic. Enjoy free skating and hot chocolate at the Rotary Rink at Fountain Plaza. RSVP and CPLD by Friday, February 15th. Transportation is not provided. Use your NFTA pass encouraged, and please bring your Canisius ID to the evening of the event. Support our men's and women's basketball teams during the most exciting time of the year, March Madness. Catch the Griffs run towards the NCAA tournament as they compete for an automatic bid to the big dance. That's all we have for you today, Canisius. Make sure to check us out on our Facebook and YouTube pages. And don't forget to catch us every Wednesday at 5 p.m. on Channel 19. Thank you for tuning in, and see you next time.